dysfunctional of that. What we have is part 2 of building this Temu model ship. I'll be going over some of the other parts of this in just a moment. I want to show you first where I messed up. First, I should have used a very small speed square to make sure that each one of these frames were absolutely square, and then put a pencil line on the other side, because on some of these I don't have it exactly right, and when I filed, you're going to have to use a very thin fingernail file. When I filed these to get them in place, I left gaps here and here, and then there are some other places like right down here which are quite large. This one is even bigger. The other thing I want to go over, you have where your masts are stepped here and here. You've got 2 holes on each side of this, and I have not yet figured out exactly what those are, and for the most part that doesn't matter, they're just here. But these holes that you see right here and here are not the correct diameter. They're supposed to be 3 millimeters, and they're darn close, but they're not exact. So these are going to have to be reamed out slightly, and I'm going to probably use a rat tail file for that. I'll figure that out as I go along. The other thing I want to go over is each one of these frames are just minutely larger than will fit over this thin. It's probably slightly less than a 1/16 inch. I'm not sure, I haven't measured it. But these are slightly larger, and you're going to have to file these out. You've got to be really careful about that. This is one piece. This is one piece. Each one of these are one piece. And this is one piece. And the framing sequence, according to the book, is to first break out this piece, break out these pieces, and put them on. I'm not sure I can really show this to you. I'm not sure it'll come in. But there are lasered numbers on these things to tell you where they fit. It starts in the stern with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so forth. The instructions, these are actually somewhat easy to tell. They give you the numbers, they give you the sequence of construction. There are numbers at the top of the page that tell you how you should be building this. When you get into the finer detail, that big multi-page that I showed you in part 1, I actually have a stereo microscope, and I plan to use that to read the writing, because it's so darn small that with a magnifying glass I have to keep scanning back and forth, and because of the shake in my hand it's hard to otherwise focus. The print is intensely small. I'm not even sure how small it is. It's small. But you have you have some finished pictures here of what things are supposed to look like. And I want to close with this last part. On the side of the ship, this is called a plank on beam. The very first strake, I got a dog attacking me. Your very first plank, good dog. Oh, she's trying to climb. Ah! She's trying to climb on me. Good dogs. Your very first plank here is called a garboard. And the reason it's called a garboard is because it is so warped, distorted, and messed up. And this is the one that's making me the most nervous about putting down. What I'm thinking about doing, and I'll film it and I'll heavily edit it, is I'll glue it along the length here and clamp it into place till it's dried, and then I'll warp it in where it goes. When this is done on full-size ships, big ones, like 100 meters, or we'll say 30 meters and larger. When they're done, well, even the smaller sailboats, say a 40 foot, when these things are done, people physically come in and use their bodies to clamp these into place while they kind of sketch out what needs to be done, and then they take it away and they cut on it and they bring it back until they physically get it into place. It's an incredible process. And that's what I think I'm going to do, is I'm just going to glue this first one down, since I don't think I can find a clamp that will hold it without breaking something. And I'll just sit here and very slowly get it taken care of. Before I belabor this point too very far, something you need to understand. This line right here, this parallel, or this straight line, all the planks should be parallel to this all the way up. And that first one, because it's cut so warped as to keep the plank parallel to this as it goes up. It's a real mess. Last thing to cover before I sign off, if you notice, I have space right up here between the deck. I was letting everything dry. I've got to find a clamp that I can use to very gently put glue in here and pull this into place down the length of this so that it's glued down and it fits properly. Right now it's not correctly situated, but as soon as I get that done, then I can continue building, which will be the next steps in that white paper that you saw. Dysfunctional vet out.